Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a basement finish project and we are going to be using this product here on our exterior walls. This is called InSoFast and it's a pretty neat solution to framing your exterior walls. It ships to you in these boxes here, InSoFast. You're going to put in however many you need to order and they ship it to you in about 10 days. You just order it off their website and it shows up on your job site. And what this does is it provides a solution to both insulating and framing your exterior walls. So basically how this works, the drywall is going to get screwed straight onto the front there. On the back you can see we've got these ribs here. These get glued to the walls and then encapsulated inside the InSoFast is this ribbing system, basically plastic studs that hold your sheetrock. They also put in electrical raceways, kind of hard to see here, but you got electrical raceways that after our whole wall is up and assembled, we just pull our wires for our outlets and light switches, vertical and horizontal, and then we just hang our sheetrock and where our walls are already insulated. We didn't have to frame anything. We priced it out. Labor and materials basically just ends up being a little bit of a wash on the job. Labor is a little bit less because I don't have to frame walls and insulate. Materials are a little bit more depending on the price of lumber and where you live, but it ends up costing about the same as if you were to frame your exterior walls and insulate them and then hang your sheetrock. So pretty neat solution. Stick around for the video and we'll show you how this stuff goes on. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe, get some more notifications for this kind of content. All right, so a few things that we did to prep our walls for this. First thing we did is we went through with a grinder. It was a little bit of a dusty mess, but if you've got a home that was built, in the 70s or 80s, and they used plywood to form the foundation, you're gonna have where concrete came through all the seams every 24 inches or so. So we did come through, you can see where we hit all that with a grinder, knocked all our walls down nice and flat, got them smooth. If you don't have rough walls, then you'll be good to go, but you do need to make sure that your walls are nice and flat so you can glue this stuff to it. Now, another thing we did, you might not have to do depending on where you live. Where we live, we have expansive soils, so we need to make sure our slab can float. So we did also nail down a bottom plate, just as if you were gonna frame a floating wall, just like one of these, there's a floating wall, so our slab can float and be independent of the wall itself. So we nailed down the bottom plate there. We also nailed down a bottom plate for this. And then you can see I've got the laser set up. That's what we're gonna hold the InSoFast off the bottom a little bit as well, so that if the floor were to heave up, there's a gap covered by trim. It's not going to crack the drywall or anything like that. So there's a couple things that we did. If you don't live in an area where you've got expansive soils and code doesn't make you float walls, there's no reason you can't just run this InSoFast all the way down to the floor. But in our case, we're going to hold it up off the floor a little bit. And then at the top, at our rim plate, we will end our InSoFast at the top of the concrete and we will insulate that rim joist just with regular batt insulation. All right, so we're gonna start with the full panel. This is Loctite PL Premium 3X. This is what they recommended using. And we just put a nice big 3/8 thick bead of glue on these ribs on the back, and then we'll stick it to the wall. once your panels are up, you just take that knife and you cut out exactly where you're going to put your outlets. We put them right along the vertical electrical raceway, and then you cut out the space between the top of the outlet and the raceway, which are those dotted lines on the panel, and that piece is going to go back in. But that piece just allows us to fish a wire. So here we are now fishing a wire. We just started from the end of the wall. You got that horizontal electrical raceway. We just kind of prepped our wire a little bit and started shoving it through. If your wire gets stuck at any point, you can just cut out a hole, grab onto that wire and shove it the rest of the way, and then you just put the piece of foam back where you cut it out. So the electrical boxes just get glued straight to the concrete foundation wall. You want to make sure you buy the right depth of a electrical box. So the InSoFast panels that we bought are 2.5 inches thick, plus a 1/2 inch of drywall. So we got 3-inch deep boxes that the drywall, then when that's screwed on, it will sit flush to the outside of those boxes. Don't push it in too far.
That's it.
All right,
Sweet.
there we go.
InSoFast.
Crazy.
So here I'm pulling a vertical wire for a light switch. Is literally just shoving my wire fish up there, taping onto that wire that was dangling from the ceiling and pulling it down to where my box is going to be, and simple as that. Now we're ready to hang our sheetrock, which is simply just cutting the bottom off the sheetrock. We hung it vertically and screwing it onto the walls right into those plastic studs. Pretty cool product. We got the rough electrical, only took us about a half day, and we hung all of the InSoFast in less than a day. So way faster than framing. Insulating's done and ready to hang sheetrock. Pretty cool product. Pretty happy with this stuff.